Peace, peace, peace. Greetings, everyone. This is Haneef Abdullah, High Vibrations, checking in. I figure I get my full name. I want to speak about something that's been really, really, really heavy on my mind. It's a little personal. Um, this video isn't to offend anyone, but I feel like I have to express and put this on the record, far as truly who I am and my deep inner perception on how I feel about this particular subject. And that subject is religion. Now, I'm going to put out there this isn't to offend anybody, any religion. This is my own personal inner expression on how I feel based upon my reality. I have to let this out because I feel like individuals that's not so much in my space, but in my vicinity, kind of like to put you in a box. And I'm not the type of individual to be put in a box because I'm very intelligent. I know how to express myself. And it bothers me a little bit because I find it funny how people put you in a box but never want to consult and speak to the individual that they're putting in the box. Maybe just to see their perception. Maybe it's because they already know the outcome of what it's going to be and the response and the rebuttal of what that is. But I think I spoke about this before in my other videos about far as my religious aspect. I was brought up in Islam. I was brought up as a Muslim. My father molded me. He showed us the different aspects of Islam, the religion. And for the most part, I'm gonna be honest with you, as a child, it was rough. It was definitely rough, in my opinion, on what I went through. But at the same time, I learned many, many strong, strong foundational values from the religion, Islam, or you could say a Muslim, you know. Right now, in my current situation, on how I feel, on how I view things, I don't subscribe to any religion right now because, again, like I said, I don't. I'm not an individual to be put in a box because I know what's right and what's wrong. I understand or understand negative and positive. So I don't need any type of outside influence to show me how to live my life. Because at the end of the day, this is my life. This is my body. You understand? This is my mind. And I don't need anyone to put me in the box. But what I want to speak about is my experience from coming up in as a Muslim at a young age when my father brought me up. It was very strict, very, very strict. We, of course, had to pray 5 times a day. I was brought up in an Islamic school. I've learned many. I've learned some Arabic. I actually speak some Arabic. A lot of people don't know that. I know some prayers in Arabic also. Um, but I'm gonna speak about the positive, far as how I feel when it comes to Islam. First of all, it puts you on a path of righteousness. Islam and is about peace and love. You know, it's about unity and it's about having a your family. It was a big whole family tribe, I would say. And but me coming up around a lot of non-Muslims also showed me different perspectives on how other individuals will live their life. And not to say that these individuals will be like living their life in a terrible way, But from what I saw that people was having more fun than what I was. You know, it was Islam is like one of them serious warrior type religions, and to experience that at a young age, it's also to me, my opinion. This is not to offend no one. It's a fear-based religion. But I'm gonna speak about the positives first. First of all, I put you on a regiment to, you know that there is a higher, that's monitoring, and that's making sure that you stay on the straight path. Don't mind me if I stumble a little bit over my words. This is my first take. I'm a freestylist and just speak from the heart on how I feel, far as when it comes to Islam. But Islam is one of them religions that put you on the right path, righteousness, and very, very, very strict, where it teaches you uh, discipline. It teaches you strong values of discipline. It teaches you to um, value food. It teaches you to give charity to the less fortunate. Um, it teaches you to to uh, to know that there is a life after death. But for the most part, the foundational aspect of it, of all religions, in my opinion, it stems from the same format, but just some is stricter than others. And like we would have to wake up for Fajr prayer, 5 something in the morning to make prayer, which I never really like for my sleep to get broken. But I see the mental strength that it provided me to be able to, like, all right, get up and do what you need to do, and to, show thanks to, God for whatever it is that you're, for just living. You know what I'm saying? Um, it taught me to, like, and after prayer we would have to read, the Holy Quran. And when we would read the Holy Quran, it would spark others, it would spark my mind to look at things from a different perspective, you know. Um, but it was a lot of stuff that I would read that, I'm gonna be honest with you, that deep down inside I didn't agree with, but I never would speak it because I was afraid. Okay, and I will always still have this questioning mind state to question on whatever it is that I had a question for. And I feel like when you have a question, that's God channeling for you to question, you know. And by me having these questions, added with the fear that I was feeling and some other stuff, as I got older and matured, and I got confident enough to start asking the questions and start seeing things and having more dialogues with, you know, um, other Muslim brothers and stuff like that. And I never was completely satisfied on the answers that I received. So that made me, I'm gonna be honest, have second thought. Not far as the foundational aspect of Islam, far as, like me personally, I know that there is a God, you know, but the way I view it is totally different than how religion view it. And these questions will drill in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I would see a lot of um, stuff that I truly didn't agree with. And one time I was watching this movie, I forgot the name of it, but it was an airplane that went down in the desert, and these people were stranded. And I believe one of the gentlemen had asked the other gentleman, he said, "What's your religion?" And what he said was that I don't have a religion. And he said, you don't have a religion? He said, why not? He said, because religion divides people. And for some reason, I probably saw that at the age about, I'm thinking about 16, 17, maybe a little younger. And that line just stuck with me for some reason. And that sparked my mind to look at things from a different perspective. So I guess from that line, that made me start to look at and analyze, you know, different like religion. Like if you really think about it, it does. It puts you in a box where you this, and then you got the Muslims, and you got the box of the Christians, and you got the box of the Jews, and then it's just so many different religions where they're different boxes, different tribes, and throughout the Quran, as I will read the Quran, it was always a war based type of scripture where it was always some war going on amongst the non-believers, and I I I I I get the concept of it. You know what I mean? From my interpretation, based upon that aspect of the Holy Quran, is that it's basically like this is a good religion. It's good people against bad people, but the way it was being presented was like, if you don't believe what I believe, then you're bad. When I feel like that is a total violation of those questions that was going through my mind, because I'm thinking like these questions is coming from somewhere. It's not coming from me. You know what I mean? These questions is coming from God. So it's like, but they say don't question God, but I'm like, you just be like so what do you do when you have a question that's not being answered? And that always bothered me. You know, the reason why I'm speaking about this is because, again, like I said before, I know that individuals is still put me in that box when I'm not opposed to it. But the reason why I have an issue with it is because when you subscribe to a religion and the beliefs of that religion, it's consequences when you don't follow that particular path. So I feel like I need to place this on, you know what I mean, the record, so other individuals don't be looking at me like, oh, this guy's Muslim, but he believed this and that, and you know what I mean. Like, I'll give you an example. Like in the Islamic countries, if you steal, they will cut your hand off if you steal something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, if you would steal like something to eat and you're hungry, they will cut your hand off. That is that's very harsh, in my opinion, to lose your hand over having a hungry stomach. You know what I'm saying? That's one example right there on what I didn't agree with. You know what I mean? Far as this is just the strict rules of Islam, but the whole purpose of the of fear is so you don't steal, or so you don't do the wrong thing. You know what I mean? But um, this is why I'm speaking about it, is because I don't want to be put in a box. I don't want individuals to put me in a box and to so because that put me in a situation where they're judging me. So now what are they doing? They're acting as if they are God. When God had the authority to judge who's right and who's wrong, you know. Um, let me see. So I feel like I really, really, truly need to speak about this and place it on the record because, you know, like me personally, I respect everybody. I respect all religions on wherever. the individual choose to, believe in, whatever they choose to follow, I respect it personally. And all I ask is just to respect me on, if you know detailed information about me, respect me. And at least if you do have any questions, if you happen to see me, and I'm speaking about my reality right now, individuals who maybe a part of my channel that know me personally, if you have any questions that you want to ask me about anything, I'm open to it. But I'm not open to have arguments and have that negative feeling because of what I believe, because I know who I am. And these times right now, we don't need that clashy war. My religion is better than your religion. You know what I mean? I consider myself spiritual. You know what I mean? I'm a human having a what is it? What is it? What was that book? A spiritual being having a human experience. You know what I'm saying? So when you view things like that, that kind of will eliminate the judging. You understand what I'm saying? Wow, 6 minutes, 16 minutes already. That's fast. I don't know. It's been feeling like time stopped, but I see time going for some reason. But anyway, yeah, so I feel like I had to place this on the record to, put that out there that I don't subscribe to any religion. I respect Islam. I respect Christianity. I respect the Holy Quran. I respect the Bible. And I'm gonna be honest with you. In the Quran it say Ikra. That means read, seek knowledge, seek information. So if the Holy Quran is telling you, and outside of the Quran, so if the holy book is telling you to seek outside, but when you hear other individuals speaking, a lot, not everybody, but other individuals that give like Juma is like church. They will never basically say, seek outside. Not everybody, but it's a lot of individuals who strictly put their own personal opinions and beliefs on what it is on. They're basically interpreting the Quran for other individuals. And as a child, when I would read the Quran, oh, and another thing, the word believer is mentioned more in the Holy Quran than the word Muslim. Okay? Meaning you could be a believer. So just because, individuals not a Muslim, that don't mean that they can't be a believer. Me personally, I'm not even I don't even agree with the word believer. I'm a knower. I know that there is a higher intelligence that's going on. A higher energy, a higher vibration that's going on right now. That's just me based upon the data and information that I receive. I've had many, 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 many experiences that can't be explained. This is why I speak like this. I'm talking about since a child, you know, and I'm talking about from all different avenues, far as dreams, from far as seeing stuff and everything. And I will always question. So, you know, in my opinion, religion can divide and create war. You know what I mean? Which has been going on for I don't know how long. And it's a time where this world needs peace and freedom of self-expression. You know what I mean? On how you truly feel. You know what I mean? Like every little thing, you're going to hell, burning in a hellfire. Your skin burn over, then you repeat and do it again. You know what I mean? I've heard stories where when you die, the angel's going to come knock on your grave with these long things in their mouth, looking scary, and they're going to ask you, who is your Lord? You know what I mean? This is the stuff that was being implemented in my mind as a child. And I'm going to be honest with you. I used to be terrified, but in that fear, I would still always have this. I have to know what's beyond on what the book is saying. So throughout my years, I started to, as I got older, I started thinking like, oh, in another Quran too, they say shirk. It's called shirk, where you don't want to say you're Muslim, and when you're around the Muslims, but when you're not around the Muslims, you acting like something else. That's like one of the biggest sins according to the Holy Quran. You know what I'm saying? It's called shirk, I believe. And shirk is like you. That's like the worst you could do. That's another reason why I took. I'm not. I don't claim the title. And I don't pray the traditional Islamic way, but I do meditate. You know what I mean? It's meditation, praying, or however way you want to call it. It's a self reflection of what it is that you want to figure out, what it is that you want to manifest. You understand what I'm saying? So, um, everybody have their own way on how they view things. Everybody have their perception on how they see things. You know what I mean? And this is why God put us here to be individuals, to create. You know what I mean? And whatever it is that we do create from inner to outer, that is from God, in my opinion. Whether it's some art, you know what I'm saying? Like for instance, like I came up with this symbol right here. I don't know if you can see it. This is my old card. Say mind, body, and soul. You know what I mean? Like this is a creation that I created, a symbol based upon my mind. You know, so at the end of the day, we all are forms of creators. And we have to be aware that judging and wanting to cause harm to someone because they don't believe what you believe, to me, that's a sin. Okay, that's a big sin. And especially if you follow through with causing harm to someone. When that individual has done nothing to you, that's a sin. And I'm going to be honest, I'm a firm believer in what you put out is what you receive. You know what I mean? And it's been going on for generations where, not just religiously, it could be gangs, anything. You know what I mean? You do one thing to somebody else, it come back to you. So in my opinion, it needs to stop. you know please don't put me in a box. You know what I mean? Talk to me, communicate with me, and ask me how I feel on whatever it is that you need. And if you feel angry because of my self-expression, you have to ask yourself, why am I feeling angry at this other individual? Because I strongly know that everybody in our reality is a reflection of ourselves. Okay? If you come across this video and you see me speaking right now, I am a reflection of you. I've said this to many people. I never said it on my videos, but I am a reflection of you. Okay? So that means I have to learn something from you, and you have to learn something from me. So instead of getting angry and want to hurt someone, maybe ask the question, what do I have to learn from this individual? You understand what I mean? And answers will come. I'm not my intentions here. I'm not working towards converting nobody into nothing. I'm speaking about me, my opinion. You understand what I mean? But if you feel that way, then ask the question. You know what I mean? Take a deep breath, sit back, and ask the question on why you feel this way. I'm a very, 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 very analytical individual. I look at detail, you know what I mean? From the birds, from the leaf that falls down from the tree, you know what I mean? From the way the wind blow. But that's just me, you know? I love to go in nature. I love to sit and meditate, you know what I mean? But I really felt like I had to, like, it's been like really bothering me because I looked online and looked up myself, and I feel like, if someone put me in a category that's not who I am. You know what I mean? Please don't do that. Please don't do that. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else? A lot of stuff too. People quick to categorize as the devil. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example. I like to listen to certain meditation music, like like the monks. They listen to It's a That's a vibration. You understand what I'm saying? Babies hum because that sends stimulation through the body to heal oneself. Okay, I've been told that that's devil stuff. Like, come on, how can music be a devil? It can be if you use that for that. You know what I mean? But I felt like I really, really, really needed to express this and just upload this on my channel because, again, when you put somebody in the category, and my name is Haneef Abdullah. My name Haneef, it means true believer, but I'm changing that to the meaning of true knower, because belief, in my opinion, leaves room for doubt. There's room for doubt because you have to believe. You know what I mean? But when you know, there's no questions asked. So true knower is what Hanif mean to me. Somebody came up with that meaning. You feel what I'm saying? Abdullah, it means servant of God. And I'm okay with that because I feel truly that I am a form of a servant of God from me doing this video and expressing how I feel based upon my reality. You can't penalize someone on how they feel, and especially if they're willing to express how they feel. You know what I mean? It's too many people has been hurt over how they feel personally. And, it's a time where, again, like I said before, it's time for peace. I respect everybody, but I don't respect those who have ill will towards me without even consulting with me. Because like I said before, you hate me, you hate yourself. I am a reflection of you. So keep that in mind. I kind of rambled a little bit. I don't know. Um, I rambled, but I want to read this poem that I wrote in 2003. And maybe I'll come back to. I know there's a lot more I wanted to say. I could feel it in my mind, but I'm not saying it for some reason. But I want to read this poem that I wrote in 2003. And this is one of the things that I would do as a child. I would always write. You know what I mean? I would write, 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 write. And I'm so grateful that I kept my material. Because I look back and I read, and it's like, wow. It blows me away. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not being cocky. But it really, truly do. You know what I mean? Because if you want to put me in the box, put me in the box as a poet. Put me in the box as an author. Put me in the box as a fitness individual who likes to work out. You know what I mean? Don't put me in the box of a vast unit of someone else can hate this unit. You know what I mean? Because now this one could go against that one. I'm not for that. I'd rather just be alone if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But it's called Nature. This is the name of the poem. I wrote this in 2003. And it goes like this. I'ma dig deep like the roots beneath the trees. Release what you can't see beneath the dark seas. Why can't the human race work together like the species of the bees? Nature could teach us a lot. Close your eyes and feel the breeze. The bee protect their queen so their species don't die. But for the humans, we killed the queen and hardly look to the sky. Then I said, what if the clouds in the sky had a secret mysterious code that we're so blind to see? Blind to see that there's creatures on land communicating with the species out at sea. And then I said, the glare of the moon is the earth's nightlight. Even in that light, we still have that need to fight. Killing each other, mothers, sisters, and brothers. Then I said, it's funny how an ant with a tiny brain move together as a single cell organism with fewer pains. I said an ant love one another and would die for their mother queen. Ants working together, they receive much respect amongst the insects. I believe if we conducted ourselves as an ant, this world would be a better place. Then maybe we truly can act as the true primates. I wrote that in 2003. So this is an example on my thinking as a child. You know what I mean? And this was my way of expression on, I guess, what I was going through at that time. I always valued nature. You know what I mean? That's just me. But I love, higher vibrational music. So instead of categorizing something as negative, if you don't understand it, you know what I mean? Maybe not judge and ask the question. Simply ask the question. You know, even if it's not towards the individual, just ask it out loud. And I guarantee you, when you ask the questions out loud, God will send someone to answer your question. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, it could be months, but you will get the question. Or you may go to sleep and receive the question and say, aha, I got the answer. So, be open to, if no one is if you're not hurting anyone, you know what I'm saying, and you're not causing harm to yourself, it's just that simple. At the end of the day, we all have arms, we all have fingers. Well, not everybody, but we all here to learn. You know what I mean? I truly know that this earth, we're here to learn and to remember who we are. I'm into so many different subjects, it's unbelievable. And I find myself not being able to really have, a two-on-two dialogue. I'm always giving out, giving out, giving out. And when I receive from this computer. You know what I mean? I receive from my meditation. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. Wow, 30 minutes. Time definitely stopped because it don't feel like I was speaking 32 minutes. It really don't. But I hope this was beneficial to individuals and maybe brought clarity to, who I am personally. But don't put me in a box. You know what I mean? I'll put myself in my box. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. Today's date is March 16th. The time is 5:34. All right. So I'm gonna check out because I've been talking long enough. Everybody stay up, higher vibrations. If you have any questions or any questions, I said that already. Ask. And don't forget to like, subscribe. All right. Haneef, higher vibrations. Check it out. Peace.